Hello, all my brothers and my sisters. It's your brother Zen, and I'm bringing you your weekly energy update for August 14th through the 21st. These are timeless as well, so if you're coming across this outside of that time frame, I would still trust your gut and watch the video because I'm sure there are messages for you. If you are watching this between that time frame, really the energies that we want to be aware of is at the end of the week on the 21st is when we enter into the shadow of the Mercury retrograde. So that's a kind of a gate that we want to stop creating new things and starting new items. And next week I will talk about what we can do during the Mercury retrograde and use that energy in positive ways for our lives. But for this week, what we want to look at is what do we want to start this week before that gate happens, where it's more the tides are coming in and it'll be difficult for you to launch things out. So this is the last where the tide is moving out, and it'll be easy and long-lasting things that we create. So that's what we're going to be asking of Spirit and the Creator for each of the individual zodiac signs, and I'm going to jump into your sign right now. Before we jump into your reading, I did want to make a special announcement that I am starting a YouTube subscriber marathon where I am trying to get 1,000 or more YouTube subscribers. And so I am going to be giving away special items, special services, and a variety of other things throughout the next few weeks. And so keep a lookout for those. I'll be announcing them on YouTube and also on my social media platforms, which are all listed in the description box below. Once I reach 1,000 plus subscribers, I will be giving away 10 free 1-hour personal readings to 10 lucky individuals. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, I would really appreciate you considering do so, because once I reach that 1,000, I will have a special video letting you know how you can enter that contest for those 10 videos. So enough of that. I appreciate you, and we're jumping into your reading right now. All right, Leos, this is your weekly energy update, and we're going to start off here by pulling a card from the Seeker Oracle, and any of the cards I use in a reading I do list in the description box below. Give these a good shuffle, and then we'll see what Spirit and the Creator, what advice they have for you on what you can start this week, especially with the gate being wide open. So for our Leos, what would you like them to know? Okay, this is the one right here. And you've got the Be a Curious Creature. I love that. Kind of looks like a lion, doesn't it? Kind of a lion, monkey, bat, curious creature. So I love that. So curiosity, let's see what they want to tell you about what you can be curious about. And it says, when we show curiosity by asking people about themselves and their lives, we demonstrate that we are interested. It creates communication pathways that serve to strengthen our relationships. When was the last time you showed genuine interest in learning more about the people in your life? When we show interest, ask questions, and engage in learning, it is good for our brain. Staying mentally active by being curious and asking questions can help our brain stay healthy and young. Curiosity can also go a long way in helping people to overcome social anxiety. If our minds are engaged by the desire to learn and ask questions, it's less likely to be focused on fictional fears. Do you often hold off on asking questions because you believe others might think your questions are silly? The only silly question is the one we don't ask because we're afraid. It is always better to ask than it is to make an assumption or speculate. Don't ever let fear be the reason for not asking a question or finding an answer. Curiosity killed the cat. This proverb is often offered as a warning to those who ask too many questions. However, a curious, questioning person would soon discover that the original version was care killed the cat. Curiosity had nothing to do with it. Another later version of the problem is curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. I love those. So curiosity might sometimes reveal information that can cause hurt and harm, or reveal deception or error, but it's better to know. Ignorance is not bliss, nor does it serve anyone. Sometimes the truth can hurt, but would you prefer a truth that causes discomfort or a kind lie that deceives and paints a false reality? Love your curious creature and ask questions about everything. And I do want to add here, when this talks about care killed the cat, that's about fear, right? When you care too much about an opinion or something in the outside world, that's where our fears and our disappointments and everything really exist, is when we put too much care about those things instead of the curiosity and the true intention from a place of love, of being curious about life and about others. We're also going to pull a card here from the Magic of You Oracle and just see what else you want to add about this being curious about things. So there is a message, of course, underlying of not being stubborn and so stuck in your ways that you're not willing to question other things and hear people's points of view without being ignited to feel you have to defend your point of view and the way you're seeing things. Curiosity has to do with being open-minded too, right? So for our Leos, okay, actually, I do want that one right there. And you've got the hex, be still and allow the enemy to reveal themselves. So card number 12 there. We'll put this right here and let's see what that has to do here with being curious. So it says, don't underestimate the impact you are making right now. If you sense resistance and are feeling frustrated or angry in the face of it, don't succumb to feeling powerless, because the opposite is true. The Hex Maiden holds her head high, her demeanor calm. She appears to be in contemplative repose, and from this relaxed, non-reactive position, she can best see and feel everything and is well informed. Yeah, so there's definitely this correlation here, right? Being informed, being curious, looking at things, but not being reactive. Like her, be on alert, but guard your heart, your opinions, and mask your feelings. Resist the urge to lash out and attack. Stand strong and silent and allow the enemy to reveal themselves. What's interesting, I'll continue reading here, is that when you're able to kind of mask your reaction, when we're learning to have an open mind, we kind of have this inner battle that goes on between our ego that wants to prove that your small t truths that are rooted in the fear of being rejected are more truer than other people's small t truths. It's the the Five of Swords tarot card, which is all about thinking that our little small t truths of the human are the ultimate truth. And that's where our curiosity and our mind, like our curiosity is quelched and our mind is closed when we think we are right and you are wrong. But when we're first opening up our minds, when we are allowing and inquiring and asking people and hearing people's points of view, it's like this inner battle that goes on and trying to not leap out and go, wait, you're wrong, let me prove you wrong. Instead, really being open and listening to where people are coming from, asking why they feel that way, what their fear are around it, really getting to understand what it is. It brings a whole different perspective to it. Then it goes on to say, the sun rises on the horizon of the dark sky. The perils of the night are lifting, but there's work to be done to restore balance. It is the winds of change that fan the maiden's hair and stir the obscuring mists to rise up from the valley floor, clearing to show the way ahead. So if this card is drawn, and actually this is like it's telling if it's another card, another one of these cards popped up, but we're only pulling one card, so I don't need to read that part. And it says, remember, when you point the finger, there are 3 fingers pointing back at you. Before you judge others and take punitive action, consider how you appear, reflected in their mirror. If you are brave enough to face them, are you brave enough to face yourself first? And I'm glad, because the other thing they did want to add in here is when it talked about stand strong and silent and allow the enemy to reveal themselves. When you realize and you take a step back and you have an open mind, you realize everything that you're seeing in the mirror is actually you. So the true enemy that reveals itself is your judgments of yourself, which are reflected in your judgments of others, right? So I love this, being curious and open as you start out this new journey. For this week, the gate is wide open for you to step beyond those limiting beliefs about yourself, which are being reflected in your limiting beliefs for others. So we're also going to pull from the Tarot of the Magical Forest and just see what else they want to add to this here. But this is very freeing for you. Don't, you can take it any way you want, but I'm just encouraging you. Spirit is encouraging you not to take it as a slap on the hand or a slap to the face or anything. They're like, this is for you because it's going to free you from so many things. So it's worth it for you. Anything they bring to you is advice for you, not any kind of punishment or discipline, about a misbehavior or bad behavior. So they want these over here and these over here. It's a loving message for you is what they're saying. So we'll start with this one in the middle. Yeah. So you have the 8 of Cups. Cups are your emotions. The 8 of Cups is all about moving up to a new level in your emotions, but it's also about leaving behind those emotions that are no longer serving you. So that's a perfect card for in here in the middle, because you're ready to get a move beyond the emotions that you were feeling, all those defensiveness emotions, trying to defend what you thought was the correct, right opinion, and realizing that the world is full of a lot of small t truth opinions that are rooted in fear. And there is this opportunity for us to learn from the perception of others and where other people are coming from. Ultimately, turning inward to our own heart is where we connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm that are rooted in unconditional love. So there is that about this, and let's see what else we have here. Yeah. So you got the Emperor. So you are taking charge of your own kingdom, but the Emperor does have this wonderful story that can come out with it, which is that there's 2 sides of an emperor. Now, if it's a loving emperor, then it is a loved emperor, because a loving emperor is giving of himself and the royal treasures to his kingdom. And when I say he, it's not gender specifics. That's just the masculine energy. So whether you're male or female or how you identify, this applies to you. And so this loving emperor is pouring out all of that, and because he knows that when he pours out all of his love and his care and his resources out to the kingdom, that everyone will be successful, and then together, because his kingdom's successful, they can impact the world in such beautiful, amazing ways. But like us all, we were talking about that ego side of us. We have a little child self inside of us. And when that little child self feels unsafe or out of control, it sounds the alarm and it goes into fight or flight mode. And when it does that, the blood in our bodies flushes out of our brain, where we don't have a ton of blood in there, because it goes to our arms and to our legs to fight or to run with that fight or flight. So we actually go out of our minds. Our mind and our body doesn't want us to stand there thinking whether we should run or fight, or what should we do with that lion or that beast that's headed at us to eat us, because we don't react and then we get eaten. So it's in this animalistic reactive mode, trying to get back into control, trying to feel safe again. And so it's doing things that are not emotionally mature and loving. It's doing things of self-preservation. So it transforms into this, from this loving king into this tyrant or this dictator who's only consumed with themselves. So you see there's two different sides of energy that are available to us, and that's like, I feel like, where you're wanting to get out of, because you don't want to be a tyrant. You don't like it when how you feel when you're a dictator. You want to be a loving emperor instead. Okay, and then you have the Four of Pentacles. So Four of Pentacles brings a wonderful message. Pentacles are about your outside world and your worth, and how you define yourself by the worth in the outside world. It's like your finances and your abundance and those kind of feelings too. But the Four of Pentacles is this journey where when they looked outside of themselves for the definition of their worth, then they felt unstable, because when we define ourselves by relationships or situations like job, education, etc., or our bodies or our possessions or our bank accounts, those things are all unstable. They're unstable because people change or they pass away, so relationships are unstable. We know situations never stay the same. And then our bodies and possessions and things and finances, all those things break down, deteriorate, or are stolen. So because those things are unstable, when we define ourselves by those, we feel unstable. And that's not self-worth. That's retail price. When we define ourselves by how we feel we're worth on the outside world, that's the unstable world of retail, because you could be full price one season and on the clearance rack the next. So this journey of this Pentacles, the Four Pentacles, is that they do turn inward. They do find their worth rooted and based on the unconditional love of the heavenly realms, of the spirit realms, because it is unconditional. No conditions. Nothing you can do to lose it, nothing you can do to gain more of it, because you have it all already. And it is eternal. So it is stable. And so this message is that you do turn inward to this love that you find within, and that allows you to connect to this loving emperor side of you. You're ready to let go of those old feelings of fear. They're not wrong. We came here to experience that, but you are ready for a new way of looking at things. Yeah, because here's the Seven of Swords. Swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes. And the Seven of Swords is about, it's usually called like the deceiver card or the thief. And it's basically because it's about your thoughts and your mind. You are learning and you're reflecting on going, these thoughts and these beliefs are what are deceiving myself. Again, that mirror, you're starting to reflect back and understand that it's your thoughts and beliefs about yourself and life and others that are the source of your angst and your darkness and your shadow. And so you really are tuning in and understanding that as you are having this mirror, as you're being curious and looking to things on the outside world. Yeah. And you are ready for it. You have the Fool card, so you're ready for this new journey. You're ready to leap off into this new area of your life. It's a new beginning. I mean, it's the first card in the entire major arcana. So you're ready for a new beginning, ready for this new journey, this new way of looking at your life, others, the world, just everything. And so it does show that you have grown in a way bored with your life, on your perceptions and just the conflict that seems to be always there. And you're ready to move beyond that. And the mirror that you're looking into, you're realizing just so much about yourself and living that. This is the awareness that you're gleaning and that's coming to you. We're also going to pull a card here from the Affirmators, and these are funny cards, so be prepared for some crassness, but they're usually very snarky and humorous, which that helps us transform our emotions, right? So, whoops, all right, that's the one they want right there. So for our Leos, you've got wonder. So curiosity and wonder, right? And it says, it's a wonderful thing to be in a state of wonder. And when I'm in a good audience to my life becomes better and better theater. When something delightful happens, I can shout encore and be tickled when it happens again. When something maddening happens, I can laugh it off. Either way, I'm glad I got a ticket to the show. Yeah, so definitely this wonder is curiosity, right? And so it's looking at life in a different way. Instead of feeling that you have it so well figured out, question that and go, maybe I don't know how everything is and how everything should be and supposed to be, need to be, and have to be, and blah, blah, blah. Let me see the world with different eyes, with curious eyes, right? And then your final card comes in here, and these are the Everyday Miracle cards, which are based on the book, The Course in Miracles. Let's see what your final message for this week is, for this reading. All right, so for our Leos, what's your final message for them for this week, please? All right, this is the one they want right here. Yeah, I choose the joy of God instead of pain. And it says, no one created by God can find joy in anything except the eternal, right? The eternal love. Not because he's deprived of anything else, but because nothing else is worthy of him. Yeah, definitely. So this is this reiteration here, especially over here with this Four of Pentacles, that you find the joy, you find the wholeness and the completeness in the love of the Creator, that which is eternal and stable, not the outside, which is unstable and temporary. So I am loving this message for you because it really is about you stepping outside of this belief that you have it all figured out, and that really that you're just tired of it anyway. You're bored and tired of conflict, and you're ready to have this inner confidence, this inner stability, to where you can look outside of yourself and you can ask and see what these other curious creatures are out there, what they're believing, what are their stories, what is their little drama that's going on. And, you bought tickets for this show, but just remember, whatever you're looking at out there, whatever you think you're seeing is a mirror reflecting something about yourself back to you. So loving this awareness that you're having. What a perfect way to start this adventure as we head off into all the retrogrades that are coming, because they do point us back inward, which I'll talk about in next week's readings. So if you are wanting more messages of love from above, in addition to these weekly energy updates, I also put out monthly readings for each zodiac sign and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't miss out on those, and be notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, also click the subscribe button, and that gives you access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, if you select the all option, then you'll be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. Also, doing those things, it helps spread the love, and it helps my channel grow in significant ways. Because when you like a video or you share this video with others, if you comment on the video, and especially subscribing to the channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy excited, it does want to share the videos of this channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, I am very, very grateful. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box below. All right, all you mighty roaring Leos, please know every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things, and of course, I love you too. Have an amazing week. We'll be talking soon. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.